Aaron Likens waiting for the flag, and we are green, green, green. The race down into turn number 1, and the first checkbox there, a hole shot for A.J. Myers. A couple drivers diving down to the inside. Billy Musgrave gets a good run as well. He'll go to P3. Front 3 or 4 drivers cleanly down into the shark fin for the first time. Morgado cleanly away from the outside of the front row. He'll go to P2. Right there, as we said, is Billy Musgrave. Oh, he's going to work quickly here on Morgado, who stays down to the bottom of the racetrack, holding the spot. Marion Kremers out to a good lead as well. Out of the scoreboard, Kremers goes P4. Yeah, here comes the move a little further back. I think that's going to be Kyle Wick, but thinking about the inside of Kremers, can't quite do it. Look at this. Musgrave trying around the outside, some contact. They'll go 2 or 3 wide coming out of the corner. Still a spot there. Musgrave holds on. No changes whatsoever, but it got close. Oh, contact between Morgado and Myers. Myers can't believe it. He's off the racetrack.
He's broken. Myers is out. Mateus Morgado on lap 2 into the side of the Magic Man, and the championship goes up in smoke for A.J. Myers. Mateus Morgado, look at the damage to the side of the 28. Morgado now trying to hang on. The PSL Barrel Art driver now into 3rd, and it's a new lead as that has completely shaken up the field and the title fight.
Wow, big move to the inside. That's where he passed him yesterday. Tried to do it again here today in the main event. It did not work. More contact. I think Myers probably said, "You're not going to do that." He pinches down. So he's shaking everything up front right now. They'll work their way out of the corner. Let's have a look at what the top 5 looks like when they come out of turn number 17 and turn number 18. What a start. Billy Musgrave's going to take it over. Kyle Wick didn't even make the Super Bowl qualify. He goes to P2.
Talon Yockel, the privateer, just got by the former world champ, former 2-time Pro Tour champ in Marion Kremers, but Kremers is right back on the inside. Here comes Michael Avancino and Alan Isambard on the 55 Sodi. Look at that as A.J. Myers is headed into the scale house, and with the damage and the inability to continue, does that open the door for the GFC boys to close up? Well, it would be a long shot. Again, he was at least about 140 points to the good over Jacob Gulick. Working lap number 4, Kyle Wick, the number 2 plate, with a potential opportunity to keep that same plate and increase his prize package, because he entered today 4th in the point standings behind his teammate in Gulick, behind this guy in Mateus Morgado, and behind A.J. Myers. And who knows, again, what race control might be thinking as well for the 62.
What a great run for Michael Avancino here now, up into the 5th position. Contact.
The teammates, Sam Dicker, Gavin Bailiff together.
Oh, no. Trinity Karting Group teammates are not going to like that one. Contact.
And there is a look at the team across the way going, how in the world did that just happen? Their 2 main bullets colliding here in the main event. Now let's go back to the on-track action. There's a look at the current running. Talon Yockel, with his great performance right now, might be as high as inside the top 5 with this impressive performance.
One of the interesting things on the weekend as well, some of the drivers trying to work their way back up into the top 10. We've talked a lot about that. 2 number 3 plate. Gulick came in here in that 3rd spot. Kyle Wick trying to jump over top of him as well. So depending, again, how things happen, contact with your point leader into the driver who is battling for the championship.
A fight for 2nd, and then a massive gaggle led by Marion Kremers for 4th on back to about maybe 11th or 12th. Quinn, Yockel, Irwin all battling it out further back. Check this out between these younger drivers going at it. Wick right there looking back. He is pointing, I believe, Morgado by. He's going to let him go and let him go try to race with Billy Musgrave. Classy move from Kyle Wick there, and a smart move to maybe keep him in the hunt for the win. All drivers in this pack here kind of holding station with each other at this midpoint of the race. Now we're going to see some battling. Gulick and Wick going at it. They make contact. Or Gulick and Avancino going at it, and they both go wide.
Irwin able to get through.
Irwin, Yockel, and Ian Quinn go through, and Avancino says, "That's enough of that, Jacob." He gives him the bumper, moves him out of the way. The cash prizes start to ramp up. Here's a move inside the top 5 on the track. Isambard trying to get by Marion Kremers, who was making that RPG Cossack really wide, and he sends him off the racetrack. Marion Kremers moving over, and that could potentially also get the eyes of race control. And Jay Irwin gets another spot, keeping his nose clean and avoiding all this chaos.
Yeah, what a fantastic save, too, for Isambard off the racetrack, staying on the throttle to come back on. Look at him right there. He's working his way up. He's trying to hold, actually, off the number 3 of Gulick right now, so do whatever he can. Look at all these guys coming up. Annie Rules come up into the fight there as well. There's a bunch of them trying to scrap their way into the top 10. Here comes that battle further back with Kremers now running in 4th spot. Behind him now is Jay Irwin. Talon Yockel right there as well. Ian Quinn trying to find a way by Yockel. So a bunch of the young guns here running just outside the top 4.
Mateus Morgado. It's a repeat of Orlando. The Jaws theme starting to play. The 62 hunting down, this time, Billy Musgrave on the factory card as they head for the infield corner with 4.5 laps to go. Can the All-American factory card driver, the Southern California native, hold on? Rob, it's only fitting that these extra couple of laps here on the Pro Tour have provided us kind of mano-a-mano duels to end the first 2 rounds. It looks like it's shaping up for another one here in round 3. Morgado's on the cusp of Musgrave, and he's going to force him to block the inside. Kyle Wick is not out of this yet as Morgado slips a gear coming out of the infield.
Wow, big opportunity there. Another issue for Irwin a little further back. He fell back. But again, right there was Morgado. Was thinking to try to go back down the inside of that shark fin, that right-hander.
Kyle Wick trying to get a first podium on the year, and here's the battle for the 5th now.
How about Ian Quinn going after Marian Kremers? Quinn, 14th in points coming in. Every step forward he makes, potentially to get to the Circle of Champions. Can he go to 10th?
What an impressive run here. He's pulled that gap back out. Digging deep here. Billy Musgrave has about 10 years of experience on Mateus Morgado, and he's putting it to use, but you can see the rear tires are going away on the factory cart. Loose in the brake zone there in turn 2. Morgado is close again into the shark fin. Mateus needs to be careful here. A DNF along with a potential penalty if they make any calls on the Myers incident could potentially put a wrench on the championship, but he'd love to add on a bonus, a race win. Could he sweep the season's mains? Half a lap to go. Billy Musgrave hanging on for everything he's got right now.
Only a couple more opportunities for the overtake for Mateus Morgado, but it's a good run here to the cell tower for Billy Musgrave. He's got 2 to 3 car lengths. Can he bring it home and put an American on the top of the podium through the turn 14 and 15 corners? He's got a good gap here. They'll work their way down the back straightaway. Musgrave's got a lot of room. He'll come to 16 and 17. He's going to get the job done. Final couple of corners, and the winner here in Pro Shifter, Billy Musgrave.
For the first time in nearly 10 years, Billy Musgrave is headed to victory lane at Newcastle Motorsports Park. And Mateus Morgado, a provisional champ, but look at Billy there, victorious. His 2nd Pro Tour win in just as many seasons. And the All-American movement has got 2 major U.S. wins in the month of July. Billy Musgrave, what a performance. It absolutely catapults him into the Circle of Champions to fund that ride for 2025. And look at the respect of the rest of the field coming by. Marin Kremers and the rest of the veterans paying homage to Billy Musgrave and the number 22 factory card entry. What a race.
Oh, man.
What a performance there. And he had to withstand a whole lot of pressure from the provisional champion, Mateus Morgado. There is Tom Kutcher coming by to congratulate personally the race winner, 20 laps. And he had to withstand a massive, massive fight. And that is shifter kart racing at its finest.